Hello, everyone, and welcome in to what will be game number 10 of this week's 2023 American Legion AAA State Tournament live on Zaleski Sports. Today we have Manitowoc and the Appleton Double Days matching up here in this one. Winner continues on. Loser, season is over. Manitowoc and Appleton, now you go through your starting lineups here, starting with the visiting team. Manitowoc post 88, leading off is the shortstop, Tate Hartlub. Batting second, the second baseman, Bryce Erdman. Batting third, the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. Batting fourth, pitcher, Brock Peterson. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Gavin Lettenberger. Batting sixth, the catcher, Reese Stengel. And batting seventh, the third baseman, Ian DeSellier. Batting eighth, first baseman, Nathan Stefani. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Damian Gretz. So again, your starting lineup for Manitowoc, they're coached by Kevin Stengel, Tate Hartlub, Bryce Erdman, Daniel Schmitz, Brock Peterson, Gavin Lettenberger, Reese Stengel, Ian DeSellier, Nathan Stefani, Damian Gretz. Your starting batting lineup for Manitowoc. We'll get into Appleton's here. My name is Cale Jacoby, alongside Jason Zaleski. Steve Maves up here in the press box doing the production work out there on the field, working the cameras. We got Mike Wenlett, Trevor Zaleski, and Bill Held. The cameras here in this one. Full team for you here. All state tournament games live here on Zaleski Sports in the American Legion AAA State Legion Tournament. Now time for your starting lineups for the Appleton Double Days, coached by J.P. Prestigiacomo. Leading off is the center fielder, Ethan Winkler. Batting second, shortstop, Cade Prestigiacomo. Batting third, the second baseman, Everett Nowak. Batting fourth, left fielder, Danny Deek. Out of the 5 spot, the first baseman, Brad Verbaten. Batting sixth, the third baseman, T.J. Parker. Batting seventh, catcher, Mason Winkler. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Maddox Erickson. And out of the 9 spot, it's the right fielder, Rylan Winkler. Starting on the mound for Appleton is the pitcher, Josiah Robert. And again, how did these teams get here? Well, day one, Manitowoc lost their first game, game one of the entire tournament, to Eau Claire. Eau Claire's now undefeated still in the tournament. Manitowoc lost game one. Then they won yesterday against Kaukauna. And that places them here in game 10 against Appleton. And for Appleton, their journey, their game one, they beat Janesville, who just eliminated Plover in our last game. They beat Janesville game one, and then, yes, last night, they lost to Sheboygan in game 8. So both these teams with one loss. Again, the loser's season is over. The winner continues on. And the winner will play the winner of game 11. So later tonight, we've got Sheboygan and Eau Claire coming up. So the winner of this game will play the winner of Sheboygan and Eau Claire tomorrow at 8 p.m. So a lot of moving parts here. But it's Appleton and it's Manitowoc here in this one. Again, starting on the mound for Appleton in this game is Josiah Robert for the Double Days. It'll be Appleton out in the field to start things off. At the plate, it will be Manitowoc, post 88. Again, Manitowoc coached by Kevin Stengel. Starting on the mound for Manitowoc is Brock Peterson. As you take a look at Josiah Robert out there warming up. But again, earlier today, in our first game of today's state tournament action, we saw Plover season come to a close. Janesville got the win in that one, a really thrilling win there for Janesville. It's a 3-2 game heading into the 7th inning if you're just joining us. And Janesville put up 8 runs in the top of the 7th inning to go up 10-3. Oh, Jason didn't like the result of that game. Of course, Plover won their regional in Plover. We had that live for you on Zaleski Sports as well. But season comes to an end here today. Again, these are the best teams in the state, AAA State Tournament Legion Baseball. And one team will continue on through this game. One team will go home. Leading off for Manitowoc is the shortstop, Tate Hartlub.
Shortstop, number 2, Tate Hartlub.
Left-handed hitter.
And Hartlub will lead it off. Starting on the mound is Josiah Robert. That one going to miss. 1-0 the count here to Hartlub. Here's the 1-0. That one misses. 2-0 the count now to Hartlub. It's the 2-0 pitch. That one right down the middle for strike one. 2-1 the count now to Hartlub. That one swung on, lined into right field. Foul territory. Will it fall foul? No, it stays fair. Hartlub falls down as he's deciding whether he wants to go to second or not. Comes back to first. And that's a leadoff single for Tate Hartlub. Manitowoc off to a hot start with the leadoff single from Hartlub. Now the runner at first. And no outs. We move to the 2 spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Bryce Erdman. Erdman looks at a strike. Throw back to first. Not going to be in time as Hartlub dives back safely. Here's the 0-1. That one in there for strike 2. And now the count 0-2 to Bryce Erdman. That one going to be grounded foul down the first base line. Reaching over there at first trying to make the play was Brad Verbaten there for the Double Days. Verbaten's pitched a little bit here in this tournament. He came in to relieve Winkler in game 1 for the Double Days, Ethan Winkler. That one misses. 1-2 the count now to Erdman. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Erdman goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the top half of the first inning. First strikeout of the game for the pitcher, Josiah Robert. So Robert with the strikeout. Now we move to the 3 spot in the order. With a runner at first and 1 down, it's the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. As we see, I don't know what Hartlub is doing, or he's bleeding from his leg there. Hartlub got his leg cut there. I don't know how that, maybe on that fall. Again, his legs got caught up underneath him when he had that leadoff single. He rounded first, was looking to head to second, but at the last second stopped and came back and he fell over, and maybe he kind of cleated himself there. And that doesn't look fun over there. He's getting some attention from the training staff. And you can see the blood already on his pants there. Now Coach Stengel coming over and making sure his player's all right. They're going to get that taped up and figured out there. And we'll step aside quickly and be back.
No. I'm just saying change shots.
Oh, change shots?
Plenty of that.
No, we're not going to step aside.
I was yawning.
Top of the first. Runner at first and 1 down. As again, up to bat for Manitowoc will be the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. Schmitz first at bat. He's batting out of the 3 spot. And this one, again, you just saw That's strikeout from Josiah Robert. And now it looks like we're set to go. Hartlub gets taped up. Set to start. Here's Daniel Schmitz up to bat. Here it is to Schmitz. Looks at a strike. Here's the 0-1. That one misses low, evens up the count at 1-1 now to Schmitz. Here's the 1-1. That one lined softly, foul, into the fence there down the third base line. Now the count 1-2 to Daniel Schmitz. The 1-2. Grounded up the middle over to short. They're going to go for the out at second. They've got it for 2 at first. Not going to be in time. But they get Hartlub there for out number 2. Shortstop Cade Prestigiacomo making the play there as short. Throws over to second. Gets Hartlub out on the force as Daniel Schmitz reaches on the fielder's choice. Now we move to the 4th spot in the order with a runner at first and 2 down. It's the pitcher, Brock Peterson. Peterson looks at a strike. And I can tell you from being down there, it is very warm outside today. Into the 90s. That one grounded over to third. Good grab. Throw to first going to be in time. For out number 3 at third base, that was T.J. Parker making the play on the scoop as Peterson grounds out. That's going to do it for the top half of the first inning. No run score on 1 hit and no errors, no walks. Zeros on the board after 1.5. We'll step aside and be back with more 2023 AAA American Legion Baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
Welcome back, everybody. Zeros on the scoreboard. Appleton and Manitowoc. It'll be Appleton, the Double Days, up to bat after a scoreless first half inning for Manitowoc. For Appleton, again, their batting order: Ethan Winkler, Cade Prestigiacomo, Everett Nowak, Danny Deek, Brad Verbaten, T.J. Parker, Mason Winkler, Maddox Erickson, and Rylan Winkler. For Appleton, they've got all 3 triplets starting in the order here for the Double Days: Ethan Winkler, Mason Winkler, and Rylan Winkler. And here is the leadoff batter, the center fielder, Ethan Winkler. He pitched for Appleton, was the starting pitcher in their Game 1 win against Janesville. And on the mound for Manitowoc is Brock Peterson. That one misses high and away. 1-0 the count now to Winkler. It's the 1-0 pitch. That one lined hard into right field, and it will fall. That's a leadoff single for the center fielder, Ethan Winkler. Winkler with a grin on his face. Holds up at first on the single. Now we move to the 2 spot in the order with a runner at first and no outs. It's the shortstop, Cade Prestigiacomo. Prestigiacomo looks at the ball. Prestigiacomo had a heck of a game in that win against Janesville game 1 at his spot at short. That one going to be grounded over to short. They're not going to be able to get the out at second. Throw to first, going to be high and not in time. That's going to be an infield hit for Cade Prestigiacomo as he outruns the throw. Back-to-back singles for Appleton to start things off. Runners at first and second. No outs. We move to the 3 spot in the order. Off the Prestigiacomo single, it's the second baseman, Everett Nowak. Nowak looks at the ball. Here's the 1-0 from Peterson. Grounded at the plate, near the plate, and rolls foul down the third base line. And the count evens up at 1-1 now to Nowak. To get a look at Reese Stengel there, the catcher. 1-1 the count here to Nowak. Here it is. Gonna miss high. 2-1 the count now. The 2-1 pitch. That one grounded hard to short. They're going to get the out at second. Throw to first. Not in time. But they get Prestigiacomo on the force for out number 1. Winkler advances to third base. And Everett Nowak reaches on the fielder's choice. So now we've got runners at the corners here as we move to the 4 spot in the order with 1 out. It's the left fielder, Danny Deek. Throw to first. Not going to be in time as Nowak dives back safely. Here it is to Deek. Fouled off out of play. 0-1 the count here. Throw to first. Not going to be in time as Nowak dives safely. Here's the 0-1. That one misses. Throw to second is not going to be there. Oh, no, they say he tagged him. He tagged him in time. Just barely. Tate Hartlub must have tagged that back leg. And the throw from Reese Stengel. It didn't even look like the shortstop Erdman was there, or excuse me, the shortstop Hartlub was there, but he reached back, somehow made the tag in time, and Nowak is out for out number 2. They call that last pitch a strike, so it's now 0-2. That one missed. 1-2 the count now to Deek. That one fouled back again, 1-2. Deek stays alive, now with 2 outs, though, at third, and if Manitowoc's able to get the out here, that's going to be looked back as a huge play from Hartlub. Especially when Appleton started out this inning looking like they're going to be easily throwing up some runs here in the first. 2-2 the count to Deek. That one misses high and inside. And now the count runs full to Danny Deek. Grounded over to third. The scoop, the bobble. Can he throw it in time? No. Run scores. That'll be an E5 from DeCellier at third, but Ethan Winkler comes home to score. Danny Deek reaches on the E5. Again, DeCellier there at third, just bobbled it a bit, and Winkler scores. Deek at first, 2 down. The first baseman, Brad Verbaeten, up to bat. Verbaeten, the swing and a miss. And Verbaeten pops that up. Deep out into center field, arranging back on it. It's caught for out number 3 by the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. So Verbaeten flies out, and that's going to do it for the bottom half of the first inning. But Appleton puts up 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, no walks, and 1 runner left stranded. It's 1-0 Appleton after 1 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more American Legion baseball live from the state tournament in Marinette after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Car and truck inventories are limited around the world. But at Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Marinette, we make sure to have what you want. A huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Ram 1500 Bighorns, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Compasses, and more. Trade up into a new ride and get top cash value for your trade. Visit our family at Riverside of Marinette. Proud supporters of Marinette and Menominee area high school sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to get a live look at our lift out there. That's where you can get the pitch cam and our center field camera. That camera brought to you by the people over at Fairchild Equipment. Here in the top of the second, it is the right fielder, Gavin Lettenberger, leading things off. Lettenberger, did he catch that one? Yes, he did. That one lined right to the shortstop, Cade Prestigiacomo, for out number 1. And right off the bat, I said he had a great game in the first game for the Double Days. And just like that, he makes a nice grab there. Line drive to him. Lettenberger lines out to short. 1 down, nobody on. To the 6th spot in the order, it's the catcher, Reese Stengel. Stengel looks at a strike. And that one going to miss low and inside. 1-0 the count now to Stengel. 1-1 rather. That one misses low. 2-1. Here to Reese Stengel again on the mound for the Double Days is Josiah Robert. Here's the 2-1. That one foul down the third base line. Evens up the count at 2-2 now. It looks like we've got Coach Stengel maybe was going after that one. And we've got a bird. That one fouled out into left field, but we've got a bird out there just circling around here. I don't know what kind. I'm not a bird expert, but what a camera shot there. And just soaring up there through the sky. Maybe that's a falcon. We've got a falcon operating a camera here. today, and Bill held.
Falcon operating a camera.
And striking out, looking at strike 3 is Reese Stengel for out number 2. I'm going to say it was a Falcon.
Keel says it's a Falcon.
2 down, no runners on to the 7th spot in the order, the third baseman, Ian DeSellier.
Baseman number 3.
And for those of you that are confused why I just said that we have a Falcon running our camera, Bill Held, the head coach of the Amherst Falcon high school baseball team, running that camera for you behind home plate. That one lined. Did it stay fair? Yes. They say it stayed fair for Ian DeSellier, and he will hold up at second. That's a stand-up double for Ian DeSellier, and DeSellier posing for the camera. He knows the camera's on him.
I'm on 2. 2's live.
Runner at second, 2 down off the stand-up double from DeSellier. We move to the 8th spot. It's the first baseman, Nathan Stefani.
Stefani.
Runner in scoring position here for Manitowoc. In there for a strike to Stefani.
Two's live. 2's live. 1.
The 0-1 pitch, that one grounded down the third base line. Nice scoop, throw to first in time for out number 3. What a play by the third baseman, T.J. Parker that time. Some very good fielding plays from the Double Days here so far in this one. That's out number 3 on the ground out from Stefani, and that's going to do it for the top half of the second inning. No run score on 1 hit, no errors, no walks, and 1 runner left stranded. 1-0 Appleton after 1.5. We'll step aside and be back with more 2023 State Tournament American Legion baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Life can be tough. Sometimes you need more than just legal services. You need someone who believes in you. At Schickert Law Offices, our experienced attorneys don't just provide legal services. We provide unwavering support and encouragement to their clients. Our team deals with criminal law, family law, divorce, and more. But what they specialize in most is standing by their clients every step of the way. When you need someone in your court, choose the law firm that will believe in you. Choose Schickert Law Office.
Thanks to our game day sponsors here on Zaleski Sports. So we're underway. Thanks to the City of Marinette, Schuchert Law, Stevenson Bank, Marinette High School Class of 1982, Finn Contieri, Riverside Auto, Wapaka Foundry, Hometown Family Restaurant, Marinette Lions, Henson Onion Martell Funeral Home, Best Western Riverside Inn, Polzine Dental, and Berlin Health. And we got an out there, a ground out, as that was T.J. Parker grounding out to third base for out number 1. It's now 1 down, nobody on. We move to the 7th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Mason Winkler. One of 3 Winklers. The starting batting lineup, one of 3 of the Winkler triplets on this Double-A team. That one popped up softly into right and diving on it and caught for out number 2. What a catch out in right field by Gavin Lettenberger, having to dive forward, take the impact from the ground on the way down, and make the catch for out number 2. It's Gavin Lettenberger making the highlight reel-worthy play out there in right field. Out number 2, Winkler flies out to right. We move to the 8th spot in the order with nobody on and 2 down. The designated hitter, Maddox Erickson. Erickson fouls that one at the plate. 0-1. Now we're going to have a quick meeting here. Nope, just a nice fist bump from Reese Stengel and Brock Peterson there. 1-1 the count to Maddox Erickson. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses. 2-1 the count now to Erickson. And that one going to miss as well. Quickly 3-1 here to Maddox Erickson. Nobody on, 2 down. And that one, he got a piece of it, fouled it at the plate. And now the count runs full to Maddox Erickson. And Brock Peterson out there on the mound for Manitowoc. Here's the 3-2. That one grounded down the third base line. Foul. Erickson stays alive in the 3-2 count here. Two down here, nobody on. 3-2 the count to Erickson. And that one hit well, lined into left field, but underneath it, it's caught for out number 3 by the left fielder, Damian Gretz. And that will do it on the fly out to left from Erickson for the bottom half of the second inning. 3 up, 3 down. Your score remains Appleton 1, Manitowoc 0. We'll step aside and be back with more AAA American Legion State Tournament baseball live from Pedersen Park in Marinette after this on Zaleski Sports.
With the new Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've made the simple, everyday transactions a lot more rewarding. Open a Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust and get $5 back when you make 25 monthly debit card purchases. It's that simple.
Welcome back, everybody. Looks like we got a live look. I don't know what hat that is. I thought it was a Marinette hat at first, but he's got a Manitowoc Legion shirt on, so I don't think it's a Marinette hat. Some Manitowoc fans out there. Looks like some more Manitowoc fans out there with the black and white colors. And that one, a leadoff single for Damian Gretz, the left fielder. So Damian Gretz, first at bat, first single. Leadoff single for Gretz. He's at first. Nobody out. Back to the top of the order for Manitowoc. It's the shortstop, Tate Hartlub. Hartlub's 1 for 1 with a single in the first inning. And that one hit well into right. That will get through. Hartlub with another hit. And it gets by the right fielder. And runners will advance. Winkler just going to let that one go underneath him. Lines up a single for Tate Hartlub. But advancing to third is Damian Gretz, and to second is Tate Hartlub. Yeah, that time in right, Winkler just, I think it just got underneath the glove there. Runners at second and third now. The second baseman, Bryce Erdman, up to bat. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first. That one misses. 1-0 here to Erdman. Again, on the mound for Appleton is Josiah Robert. That one just misses. 2-0. That one in the dirt and quickly, very quickly, 3 balls here thrown by Robert. And he's got a hole to dig himself out of here. 3-0 the count to Bryce Erdman. Doesn't want to load the bases with no outs, and he'll do just that. A 4-pitch walk to Bryce Erdman. Erdman will take first, and Manitowoc is in business here in the top of the 3rd inning. Bases loaded with no outs as we move to the 3 spot in the order with the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. He reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat. That one fouled back. 0-1 the count now to Schmitz. I see a seagull flying around as well here. We got lots of birds in the sky. Here's the 0-1. That one going to miss upstairs as the count evens up at 1-1 now to Schmitz. And you'll have some seagulls here. Marinette. River right here, the Lake Michigan, not too far away. Seagulls migrating over from there. Not too far of a trip. 2-1 the count here to Daniel Schmitz. And that one misses inside, and 3-1 here to Schmitz now. Robert looked good in the first couple of innings. Now throwing some balls here. 3-1 though. And popped up. Out of play. Foul. And there is Mike Wendlandt on the camera. Three and 2 the count to Daniel Schmitz. That one lined into left center, and jumping up, it's over the outstretched glove. 2 runs are going to score for Manitowoc as they take the 2-1 lead. It is an RBI double for Daniel Schmitz. Schmitz with the double brings in Gretz and Hartlub. Sends Erdman to 3rd. And again, the 2 RBI double from Daniel Schmitz. And now still no outs. We've got runners at 2nd and 3rd to the 4 spot in the order. It's the pitcher, Brock Peterson. And Peterson lines that one into right center field. That one will fall. Just about to the wall. Another 2 runs are going to score for Manitowoc. Erdman comes home. Schmitz comes home. It's a 2 RBI double for Brock Peterson. Manitowoc on fire here in the 3rd inning. Again, Erdman came home to score. Schmitz came home to score. 4 hits in the inning for Manitowoc, and 4 runs now scored. They lead it 4-1. Up to bat now the right fielder, Gavin Lettenberger, with a runner at 2nd and no outs. That one grounded up the middle to short. Going to go for the out at first, and they've got it for out number 1. Lettenberger grounds out to short. The play made at short by Cade Prestigiacomo. Now with 1 down, a runner at 2nd, we move to the 6th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Reese Stengel. Stengel's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. That one misses. 1-0 the count here to Stengel. Timeout on the field. One to 0 to Stengel. That one misses. Throw over to second. Not going to be in time. That might have hit Peterson. That one looked like it might have got Peterson right in the back on the dive. Two 2-0 the count here to Stengel. Swing and a miss makes it 2-1 to Stengel. Here's the 2-1. That one grounded over to short. The sliding play from Preston Giacomo. Throws to third. They got to tag him. No, he slides under the tag. Brock Peterson slides under the tag from TJ Parker. And that's going to go down as an error to me. Stengel reaches. Stengel reaches on the air. Now we've got runners at the corners and one out. Grounded up the middle, Ian DeCellier. And they went to second. They didn't get him in time. Run scores. Peterson in, and hopefully Stengel's all right there. He's shaken up on the play. Run scores. Peterson comes home. Stengel's going to get some medical attention here, but hope that he's all right. On your screen there is Ian DeCellier. That is DeCellier reaching on the air, fielder's choice. I mean, whatever you want to call it. Probably both on that play. Some fielding issues for Appleton here nonetheless. Again, the throw to third allowed, and Peterson sliding under it allowed him to stay safe on a play that usually would have been a routine ground out from Reese Stengel. And same for Ian DeCellier there. They went to second. Again, really not, obviously looking at it in hindsight, not a wise decision, but it was very close there. Probably should have just taken that easy out at first base. So there's got to be an error there. And it looks like Reese Stengel is going to be all right, and he's holding his neck and face area there. Hopefully he's all right there. He's staying out there, but got some medical attention to him, and seems to be he's okay enough to keep going. As now we move to the 8th spot in the order with runners at first and second and one out. It's the first baseman, Nathan Stefani. Stefani looks at one low, 1-0 the count. That one lined into left. That will fall fair, and this will bring in at least one. Slipping in the base path is Stengel, and he comes home to score. Winds up an RBI single for Nathan Stefani. And Manitowoc is running it up here in the third. Reese Stengel comes home to score. DeCellier advances to third. Now we've officially been through the entire order. We're back to where we started. With runners at the corners and one down, it's the left fielder, Damian Gretz. Gretz started this inning with a single. He's 1 for 1. And that one lofted into center. That one might be right in the sweet spot, and it is. Another run will score for Manitowoc. An RBI single for Damian Gretz. He's now 2 for 2 with an RBI. Ian DeCellier comes home to score. Nathan Stefani advances to second. Now Coach Preston Giacomo going to come out and have a chat with Robert out there on the mound. We've got runners at first and second and one down here, but man, Manitowoc has really Let the brakes off here. Oh, and we got... Hopefully Bill is okay over there. Sending my best wishes. Sending my best wishes to Bill Held over there. He took a bit of a tumble there. Happens to the best of us. There, Bill, the Falcon. The Falcon stumbling a little bit there. Hopefully Bill's all right. He looked like he shook it off and worked off and it was all good, but man, oh man, hopefully Bill's okay. Ian Hartlub, 1-0. Or excuse me, Tate Hartlub. The shortstop up to bat. He's 2 for 2 in this one. Counts 1-0 to him. Runners at first and second and 1 down. 2-0 the count now to Hartlub. And Hartlub hits that one into deep left, ranging back, and it's caught. On the pop-up, Hartlub flies out to left field. The catch made out there in left by Danny Deek. That is out number 2. Now with runners at first and second base. 2 down, we move to the 2 spot. It's the second baseman, Bryce Erdman. Erdman's 0 for 1 in 2 trips. Struck out looking and was walked. Looks at a ball. 1-0 the count. That one misses. 2-0 the count now to Erdman. Here's a 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Two and 1 the count now to Erdman. That one gonna miss outside. Quickly 3-1 to Erdman. The 3-1, that one grounded over to second. Going to be a routine play to first in time for out number 3. The ground out from Erdman, and that is going to bring the top of the 3rd inning to a close. But Manitowoc puts up 7 runs on 5 hits, a couple of errors, a walk, and 2 runners left stranded. 7-1 Manitowoc after 2.5. We'll step aside and be back with more American Legion State Tournament Baseball live from Marinette, Wisconsin after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back, everybody. 7-1 your score. Here's a grounder to second on the first pitch, and that's going to be out number 1. As grounding out on the first pitch is the right fielder, Rylan Winkler. 4-3 grounder for out number 1. Now with nobody on, 1 down, we're back to the top of the order. It's the center fielder, Ethan Winkler. Winkler's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. He scored as well on that. That one missed. 1-0 the count. That one fouled off and out of play. Count evens up at 1-1 now to Winkler. There's a 1-1 pitch in the dirt. And gets by. It's going to be ball number 2. 2-1 the count here as Prestigiacomo picks up the ball, takes it back to the dugout. 2-1 here to Ethan Winkler. That one misses outside. 3-1 the count now to Winkler. Again on the mound for Manitowoc is Brock Peterson. And that one hit hard into right field. Another hit for Ethan Winkler as that one falls out in right field, and it's a single for the center fielder, Ethan Winkler. Now we move to the 2 spot in the order with a runner at first and 1 down. It's the shortstop, Cade Prestigiacomo. Prestigiacomo is 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. The 1-0. Popped up. Shallow left field. Underneath it, it's caught for out number 2 by Damian Gretz out there in left field. So Prestigiacomo flies out to left. Now we move to the 3 spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Everett Nowak, with a runner at first and 2 down.
Number 2, Everett Noah.
Nowak reached on a fielder's choice, his first at-bat. 1-0 the count. And that one popped up deep out into center field and caught for out number 3. So Nowak flies out to center, and that's going to do it for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. No run score on 1 hit. No errors, no walks, and 1 runner left stranded. 7-1 Manitowoc over Appleton after 3 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more 2023 AAA American Legion State Tournament Baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Welcome back, everybody. 7-1 Manitowoc over Appleton. Thanks to our game day sponsors, City of Marinette, Schukert Law, Stevenson Bank, Marinette High School Class of 1982, Fincantieri, Riverside Auto, Wapaka Foundry, Hometown Family Restaurant, Marinette Lions, Hanson Onion Martell Funeral Home, Best Western Riverside Inn, Polzine Dental, and Bellin Health. For Manitowoc, up to bat, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 spots. Daniel Schmitz, Brock Peterson, and Gavin Lettenberger. Starting with the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. He's 1 for 1. So he looks at a ball. 1-0. Schmitz 1 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice and a 2 RBI double as well. The 1-0, that one popped up out into center field. Underneath it, that's Winkler, and he catches it for out number 1. Daniel Schmitz with the fly out to center. Winkler with the catch. Now with nobody on and 1 down, we move to the 4th spot in the order. It's the pitcher, Brock Peterson. Brock Peterson's 1 for 2. 2 RBI double and a ground out. He fouls that one out of play. Again, Manitowoc coming off that monster third inning where they put up 7 runs to take this 7-1 lead over Appleton. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 the count now to Peterson. Peterson fouls it off, stays alive in the count. Here's the 0-2. That one lined into left center. That will fall. Another hit for Manitowoc. It's a single for Brock Peterson here in the 4th, and Manitowoc's got a runner on. Runner at first and 1 down. We move to the 5 spot in the order. It's the right fielder, Gavin Lettenberger. Lettenberger's 0 for 2, a fly out to short and a ground out to short. That one misses low and away. 1-0 the count now to Lettenberger. That one's popped up. It's going to stay in the infield here over to third base. And underneath it, that one is caught by the third baseman, T.J. Parker, for out number 2. So Lettenberger flies out to third, 2 down. Runner at first. We move to the 6th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Reese Stengel. Stengel's 0 for 1. A strikeout and a reach on a fielder's choice in his 2 trips. Or excuse me, a reach on an error. That one grounded over to third. Here's the scoop and the throw. The tag. He dropped the ball. Runner safe. And Reese Stengel reaches on the air. Brock Peterson advances to third base. And Stengel reaches on the air. Appleton having a lot of issues today in the field. And again, that was a problem for them even in their win against Janesville in day 1. They had a lot of errors in the first couple of innings. Third baseman Ian DeSellier now up to bat. And we're seeing some of that here for Appleton. Coach, that one's going to be grounded over to third. Throw to first in time. Out number 3. Finish that thought when we come back as DeSellier grounds out to end the inning. So no run score on 1 hit, 1 error, no walks, and 2 runners left stranded. Your score remains Manitowoc 7, Appleton 1. We'll step aside and be back with more AAA American Legion State Tournament Baseball live from Marinette after this on Zaleski Sports.
And truck inventories are limited around the world. But at Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Marinette, we make sure to have what you want. A huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Ram 1500 Bighorns, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Compasses, and more. Trade up into a new ride and get top cash value for your trade. Visit our family at Riverside of Marinette. Proud supporters of Marinette and Menominee area high school sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 7-1 Manitowoc over Appleton. As I was saying there before the break, talking about some of the errors from this Appleton team, but we were talking with Coach Presta Giacomo, and he talked about how I talked with Coach Presta Giacomo after their Game 1 win, and talked a lot about, this is a very young Appleton Legion baseball team. So he's got a lot of 16-year-olds on this team. So a very young American Legion baseball team here for Appleton. Coach Presta Giacomo talked a little bit about that. And again, after game one, talked about wanting to clean up the errors, but big win they had in game one against Janesville, who's now still alive in this tournament, beating teams like Plover. They're in their last game. Now up to bat. Here in the fourth, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 spots. Danny Deek, Brad Verbaten, and TJ Parker. Strike one thrown to Danny Deek. Reached on an error, his first at bat back in the first inning. The 0-1, that one hit hard out into left field, ranging back underneath it. It's caught for out number one. That one caught out and left by Damian Gretz. Gretz has had a busy night out there in left field.
Number 25, Brad Verbaten.
So Deke flies out to left for out number one. Now we move to the 5 spot in the order. It's the first baseman, Brad Verbaten. He's 0 for 1, flew out to center in the first inning. Looks at a strike there. Here's the 0-1. And that one hit hard. Right center. That one underneath it. It's caught. Another catch out there in right for Gavin Lettenberger. Making the nice play. He had a great catch earlier in the game. A diving play out there in right. Makes the catch there. Verbaten flies out to right field as we move to the 6th spot in the order with nobody on and 2 down. It's the third baseman, TJ Parker. Parker's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in the second inning. Looks at one inside there. 1-0 now to Parker. That one misses again. Stem blown away. 2-0. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now to Parker. Again, it's Brock Peterson on the mound for Manitowoc. The 2-1, that one grounded into the gap into right field. And it's a base hit for TJ Parker. So Parker with the single gets things going in the 4th for Appleton. Now the runner at first and 2 down. We move to the 7th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Mason Winkler. Winkler's 0 for 1. He flew out to right back in the second inning. That one misses, blown away. 1-0 the count now to Winkler. One-0 pitch. That one misses upstairs. Now the count 2-0 to Winkler. That's popped up. Foul territory out there in right. Underneath it, it is caught for out number 3 by the first baseman, Nathan Stefani. The flyout from Mason Winkler will end the bottom half of the 4th inning. No run score on 1 hit, no errors, no walks, and 1 runner left stranded. 7-1 Manitowoc after 4 complete. We'll step aside, be back live from Marinette with more 2023 State Tournament American Legion Baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Tough. Sometimes you need more than just legal services. You need someone who believes in you. At Schickert Law Offices, our experienced attorneys don't just provide legal services. We provide unwavering support and encouragement to their clients. Our team deals with criminal law, family law, divorce, and more. But what they specialize in most is standing by their clients every step of the way. When you need someone in your court, choose the law firm that will believe in you. Choose Schickert Law Office.
Welcome back, everybody. 7-1 your score. Manitowoc leads Appleton here in this one. Another thanks to our game day sponsors, City of Marinette, Schuchert Law, Stevenson Bank, Marinette High School Class of 1982, Finn Cantieri, Riverside Auto, Wapaka Foundry, Hometown Family Restaurant, Marinette Lions, Henson Onion Martel Funeral Home, Best Western Riverside Inn, Polzine Dental, and Berlin Health. Oh, all right, there's the director of the tournament, Brian. That's what I... Director of the tournament, Brian, here in Marinette. It's been a great week here in Marinette of baseball. Take a look at the sun behind the clouds there. Great week of baseball here at the state tournament hosted by Marinette. Very warm for the most part, good weather. We've had a couple of rain delays that have pushed some stuff back, but haven't delayed us game-wise thus far. It's Manitowoc up to bat. The 8-9-1 spots due up, starting with the first baseman, Nathan Stefani. Stefani's 1 for 2, a ground out and a single. Looks at a strike there. 0-1 the count here to Stefani in the top of the 5th. That one gonna miss. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Stefani. Again on the mound for Appleton, Josiah Robert. That one lined into center and it will fall. Another hit. Manitowoc continues to light it up from the plate. Nathan Stefani with the single. So Stefani holds up at first on the single. With a runner at first and no outs, we move to the 9 spot in the order. It's the left fielder, Damian Gretz. And Gretz has had himself a heck of a day. 2 singles and an RBI. 2 for 2. Look at a strike there. 0-1 the count. Bunt down, and it's going to be grounded. No, it stays fair. Okay, throw to first in time for out number 1. Thought it may have went foul, but Gretz is going to ground out to the plate there. Throw made from the catcher spot by Mason Winkler. Ground out from Gretz. Stefani advances to second base. Now we move back to the top of the order. Runner at second, 1 down. It's the shortstop, Tate Hartlub. Hartlub's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a fly out to left. That one misses. 1-0 the count to Hartlub. Time called there by Hartlub. And still one of my least favorite things in the sport of baseball, that get in there, swing the bat. Get ready. Let's go. That's a baseball pet peeve I've got, is that one's fouled off, out of play. 1-1. One and one the count here to Tate Hartlub. One pitch. Hartlub grounds that one over to second, no to first. Robert's got to get there in time, and he does. Hartlub grounds out. Nice play by Robert there from the mound to run over and make the tag on the plate, or excuse me, on the bag. Now Stefani advances to third. Runner at third, 2 down. We move to the 2 spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Bryce Erdman. Erdman's 0 for 2. 3 trips to the plate, a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out. I don't know what that first pitch was called. That one lined into center, and it falls. Run will score. An RBI single for Bryce Erdman makes it 8-1 Manitowoc. The RBI single for Bryce Erdman. We've got a runner at first and 2 down as we move to the 3 spot in the order. It's the center fielder, Daniel Schmitz. Schmitz, 1 for 2 in 3 trips. Reach on a fielder's choice. A 2 RBI double and a fly out to center. Looks at one for a ball, 1-0. It's the 1-0 pitch. Foul back, out of play. Count evens up at 1-1 now to Daniel Schmitz. Here's the 1-1. That one misses high. Throw it back to first. Not going to be in time. Erdman dives back safely. The count's 2-1 here to Schmitz. That one popped up. Going to be out of play, foul. So the count evens up at 2-2 now to Schmitz. That's hit out into deep left field. Foul territory, ranging over, and it was over the fence in foul territory. That one maybe would have just barely stayed in the park if it was in the field of play. But that one went over the fence, out in foul territory out there. See the fan going to pick up that ball. We'll see what he does with that. Oh, there he goes. He's got it. Is he going to give it back, or he's kind of way out there? That's a long way to come all the way over here and give it back. He might just keep this thing and say, you know what, this is going to be mine. This is a American Legion baseball. I'm going to keep this. That one hit out into deep center field, ranging back, and it will fall into the wall. Coming home safe. Safe at home plate. No slide from Erdman, but it's an RBI stand-up double for Daniel Schmitz. Erdman comes home to score, and Manitowoc goes up 9-1. The RBI double from Daniel Schmitz. Manitowoc goes up by 8.
Batting number 9, Brock Peterson.
Now we move to the 4 spot in the order. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitcher, Brock Peterson. We're getting some new baseballs here. The umpire is. In there for a strike to Peterson. Peterson's 2 for 3. He's got a double, a single, and a ground out. Also 2 RBIs. That one going to miss inside as Peterson's got a hop step out of the way. Counts 1-1 to Peterson. That one misses. Makes the count 2-1 now. That one grounded into the gap into left field. It is through. Rounding third is Schmitz. He comes home to score. And it's an RBI single for Brock Peterson, and Manitowoc goes up by 9. Schmitz comes around to score. Again, the RBI single there for the pitcher, Brock Peterson. He's had a heck of a day. 3 hits, a couple of singles, a double. And now we'll have a quick meeting on the mound here for Appleton to give us a chance to, one more time, thank our game day sponsors, Schukert Law, Stevenson Bank, the City of Marinette, Marinette High School Class of 1982, Fincantieri, Riverside Auto, Wapaka Foundry, Hometown Family Restaurant, Marinette Lions, Henson Onion Martel Funeral Home, Best Western Riverside Inn, Polzine Dental, and Berlin Health. We'll see if we get a pitching change here. It looks like... So we will have a pitching change here. We will take a quick break and be back with the remainder of the top of the fifth inning right after this on Zaleski Sports.
With the new Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've made the simple, everyday transactions a lot more rewarding. Open a Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust and get $5 back when you make 25 monthly debit card purchases. It's that simple.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the fifth inning. We've got a pitching change here for the Appleton Double Days. Out there on the mound is T.J. Parker coming in from his spot at third, and it's a simple switch. Josiah Robert goes over to third there as well. Maddox Erickson out of the batting lineup now. T.J. Parker on the mound to pitch for Appleton. Up to bat for Manitowoc, Gavin Lettenberger, the right fielder. Lettenberger looks at a ball. 1-0 the count now. Brock Peterson at first. 2 down here for Lettenberger. He's 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a ground out. Looks at one low for a ball. 2-0 now. .2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Makes it 2-1 now to Lettenberger. Again, the winner of this game continues on into state tournament play tomorrow. Loser goes home. Manitowoc with a commanding 10-1 lead thus far. 2-1. That's popped up out into center field. Underneath it, and it's caught for out number 3 by Ethan Winkler out there in center. But for Manitowoc, on the Lettenberger flyout, 3-run score here in the top of the fifth inning on 4 hits, no errors, no walks, and 1 runner left stranded. 10-1 Manitowoc after 4.5. We'll step aside, be back with more AAA 2023 American Legion State Tournament Baseball after this from Marinette on Zaleski Sport.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
To do it, it'll be leading off out of the 8th spot in for Maddox Erickson. is the man who started at pitcher, Josiah Robert. His first at-bat of the game here out of the 8th spot. So it'll be Robert's first at-bat. Erickson's day is done at the plate, at least for the moment. Finishes 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Josiah Robert up to bat. Brock Peterson remains on the mound for Manitowoc. That one in there for a strike. Oh, 1, make it 0-2. Here to Josiah Robert. That one called strike 3 as Robert goes down looking for out number 1. First strikeout of the game for Peterson on the mound. That is a 3-pitch strikeout that time. And Appleton making some changes, some more changes in their batting lineup. In the lineup now, Jake Zabrowski in there. So all new batters here in the 5th for Appleton. 0-1. That one misses, evens up the count at 1-1 now to Zabrowski. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now. And again, to those of you maybe not aware, in the state tournament, mercy rules do still apply, same as regular season. So after 5 complete, as we'll get into that a little bit later, swing and a miss from Jake Zabrowski. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Brock Peter. We'll step aside and be back with more state tournament AAA American Legion baseball live from Marinette after this on Zaleski Sports.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
Welcome back, everybody. 10-1 Manitowoc over Appleton, and we've got Eau Claire over there getting ready. Looks like Coach Faunus there. A couple of Eau Claire coaches, perhaps, and getting ready for their game tonight. Be sure to stay tuned. That'll be live on Zaleski Sports as well. Eau Claire and Sheboygan, the last 2 undefeated teams, be playing tonight. Eau Claire and Sheboygan. And whoever wins that, I believe, gets a bye tomorrow and gets to go right to the championship. No. They're guaranteed a place in the championship. There we go. No byes in this tournament. Must have misheard something earlier today. That one grounded over to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 1.
Number 3.
Stengel grounds out. Presta Giacomo makes the play. Now 1 down. We move to the 7th spot in the order. It's the 3rd baseman, Ian DeSellier. 1 for 2. Reached on an air. Double. Ground out. 0-1 the count here to DeSellier. Swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2 here to DeSellier again. Mercy rule after 5 complete is 10 runs. So Manitowoc just up by 9. Not enough to get any type of a mercy rule here. If they are able to put up 1 run in this inning, at least one, that one's going to miss outside for a ball, then we would play the bottom of the 6th. And if Appleton can't put up a run, then the game would be over in 6. 1-2 the count. check swinging. He pretty sure he had to have went around there, right? Yeah, they say he went around. Swing and a miss for DeCellier as he goes down swinging for out number 2. First strikeout of the game for the pitcher, T.J. Parker. Quick 2 outs as we move to the 8th spot in the order. It's the first baseman, Nathan Stefani. That one a high grounder. Slow roller, Prestigiacomo ranging up and making the play. Cade Prestigiacomo with another great play there at short. We've seen a lot of those here this week from Prestigiacomo. As Stefani grounds out 3 up, 3 down. Manitowoc still leads it 10-1 after 5.5. We will step aside and be back with more State Tournament American Legion Baseball live from Marinette after this on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back, everybody. 10-1 Manitowoc over Appleton. Got a live look at some beautiful shrubbery and trees out there. And there is the hat of the Falcon out there in the bleachers from Bill Held. The hat of the Falcon out there. So your score is 10-1 Manitowoc over Appleton. Leading off is the shortstop, Cade Prestigiacomo. And Prestigiacomo ended the last inning with his great play from short. Swings and misses on that one. 0-1. Prestigiacomo is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to left. Here's the 0-1. That one grounded to second. Scoop the throw, going to be in time for out number 1 as Bryce Erdman makes the play there at second for Manitowoc. So Prestigiacomo grounds out to second. 1 down, nobody on. We move to the 3 spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Everett Nowak. Nowak's 0 for 1 in 2 trips. Reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to center. 1-0. Hit him. That one hit Nowak. Got him, and Nowak hit by the pitch. The first player we've seen hit by a pitch here in this game. Always good to not have a lot of those. Never like to see players getting pelted with baseballs. Nowak at first, 1 down. We move to the 4th spot in the order. The left fielder, Danny Deek. Nope, we've got Job Griesbach up to bat. Griesbach going to ground out. And that's out. That's out number 2. Oh, we got a double play. All right, so I missed that one. I was trying to get Job Griesbach in my book here, and he double plays out. And that is going to do it for the bottom half of the 6th inning. 10-1 Manitowoc after 6 complete. Back after this with more State Tournament Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
With the new Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've made the simple, everyday transactions a lot more rewarding. Open a Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust and get $5 back when you make 25 monthly debit card purchases. It's that simple.
Welcome back, everybody. 9-1-2 spots due up for Manitowoc. 10-1 your score as you've got a fan just hanging out there. There's the merch. The merch shack out there here selling the American Legion gear. There's another shot. That is Knickerbocker there for Eau Claire. Hanging out. Very good catcher for Eau Claire, Knickerbocker. Eau Claire getting ready to play Sheboygan here coming up. Game set to start at 8 p.m. And, oh wow, a red helmet here for Manitowoc. And up to bat is going to be Briar Foytek. And I was, again, looking at our camera here, I was a little confused. I saw red, and I'm like, I don't know. We got a new team out there? But Manitowoc with a red helmet batting out there. That one lined into left and a leadoff single for Briar Foytek. His first at-bat and first hit for Briar Foytek on his first pitch. Leadoff single for Briar Foytek. He holds up at first. Now back at the top of the order, the shortstop, Tate Hartlub. Hartlub's 2 for 4, 2 singles, a fly out to left, and a ground out. TJ Parker on the mound for Appleton. Manitowoc leads it by 9 here as they look to extend their lead heading into the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 hit out into deep right field, arranging back, and it's caught for out number 1 by the right fielder, Cale Cook. Hartlub flies out to right. Briar Foytek at first, 1 down. We move to the 2 spot. The second baseman, Bryce Erdman, up to bat. He is 1 for 3 in 4 trips. A walk, a single, got an RBI. Ground out and a strikeout as well. 1-0 the count here to Erdman. Fielder, Martin Dwayne. Dwayne in for Daniel Schmidt. So again, Coach Prestigiacomo emptying the bench. Martin Dwayne, or excuse me, Coach Stengel emptying the bench. Both teams emptying their benches. Counts 0-2. Coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Car and truck inventories are limited around the world. But at Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Marinette, we make sure to have what you want. A huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Ram 1500 Bighorns, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Compasses, and more. Trade up into a new ride and get top cash value for your trade. Visit our family at Riverside of Marinette. Proud supporters of Marinette and Menominee area high school sports.
Life can be tough. Sometimes you need more than just legal services. You need someone who believes in you. At Schickert Law Offices, our experienced attorneys don't just provide legal services. We provide unwavering support and encouragement to their clients. Our team deals with criminal law, family law, divorce, and more. But what they specialize in most is standing by their clients every step of the way. When you need someone in your court, choose the law firm that will believe in you. Choose Schickert Law Office.
Welcome back, everybody. Live look at Mike Wenlett running the camera here near third base. And there's the Chevegas Legion baseball team. No, they're really called Sheboygan, but they They've been putting little foam cups in their dugout that spell out Vegas for Vegas, I was told. I asked them in their first game, and they said they call themselves Vegas, quote, because it sounds cool. That's exactly why they call themselves Vegas. There you go. Got to take a trip to Sheboygan if it's, basically exactly like Las Vegas, I hear. 0-2 the count. Brad Verbatim. Nope, just kidding. I do not. I don't have a number 11 on my roster, or my book here.
Now batting number 4, Matt Bixler.
Well, out number 1. Moving on. No 11 in the book, no name spoken. And now up to bat is going to be Matt Bixler. This one I do have. So again, if we didn't on the lineup card today, Brandon Tobach, I'm told, was number 11. Again, he was not on the lineup card today, but we get him out there anyways. Grounded over to second, throw to first, going to be in time as Matt Bixler grounds out. A quick 2 outs here, and Manitowoc is 1 out away from staying alive here in this state tournament. Up to bat is Mason Winkler, the catcher. That one's easy. He's been there all game.
Now batting number 6, Mason Winkler.
And it's always tough when they send a batter out there that's not on the lineup card. Always makes it tough for us up here. 1 out away is Manitowoc from the win. 1-0 the count to Mason Winkler. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Again, Manitowoc will play at 8 o'clock tomorrow if this out holds true, and it does. Ground out from Winkler. And the 3-up, 3-down inning ends it. Manitowoc closes it out. They get the win. A closing jump shot from Hartlub there, and Manitowoc gets the win 10-1 over Appleton. Coming up next is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, or at NasonvilleDairy.com. Be sure to stay tuned for that postgame show. I'll be down on the field live with Coach Stengel of Manitowoc. Coming up next after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back and welcome into your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Joined now by Coach Stengel of Manitowoc. And Coach, 10-1 win here. You stay alive here in the state tournament. I guess my first question, talk about your pitching here in this one in that 10-1 win. Brock went the whole game out there for you, gave up just the one run. Talk about his performance out there on the mound.
He gave us what we needed today. He was efficient, threw strikes. I think he finished with about 70 pitches. No earned runs, gave up the one earned run in the first inning and then settled in and got a lot of contact, but weak contact. So did a nice job.
Yeah, and then 7 runs scored in that third inning, kind of broke it open for you guys, got you that 6-run lead. Talk about your guys' performance at the plate there and how you guys were able to kind of do that and extend your lead or get the lead there in the third inning.
No, we swung it better today. Obviously, we didn't face Cole Selfig today either, which helped, but we swung it much better today, kind of stayed more to the middle of the field at times, which I thought was a positive, but yeah, we definitely swung it better today.
Yeah, and then looking ahead to tomorrow, what was your message to the team after this game? Your guys' mindset, obviously survive in advance, but in this state tournament, you're staying alive. Talk about your mindset as a team heading into tomorrow's matchup.
It's where do we eat tonight? And we haven't even talked yet. So, no, we're going to have to find somewhere to stay tonight yet, and then we'll talk then. But just glad to advance, and a lot of good teams still left playing, so glad to be a part of it.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Thank you for your time. Yep. All right, so that was Coach Stengel of Manitowoc. Manitowoc gets the 10-1 win here in this one. Don't forget that coming up after this game, we have got Eau Claire and Sheboygan, the 2 undefeated teams here in this state tournament. So do not miss that game. Start time set for 8 p.m. right now. Might be a little earlier than that, but right now we got it set for 8 p.m. here from Marinette. 10-1 win for Manitowoc in this one. Stay tuned for Eau Claire and Sheboygan coming up next on Zaleski Sports.